Hi everyone, I'm out in the garden today and it's unbelievably quiet because of the COVID-19, and I just wanted to do this update because I've not had a chance to do anything in the garden since the beginning of the year because we had all the rain. I couldn't come out here, and now we've got the COVID-19 and everybody's at home, so there's lots of noise from the neighbours' houses, but there's no noise from the streets. It's really bizarre. But I have a little seed business and it has absolutely gone berserk, and we're working double time to try and get orders out to people. So all this nice time I thought I was going to have to do all my videos and my newsletters, which I've done none for the last year because I've just been too busy. I haven't had time to do that either. So I'm doing this quick update to show you just some waste that I've had now sitting on the sink for 26 days because I haven't had time to come out and empty it. And I'll check those pots now and show you what they've done over those 26 days. And here I am in my bay composting section here, and you can see all kinds of things are growing up everywhere because I haven't had a chance to do anything with it. And I was going to pull all these apart in January, but that rain came and it didn't happen. So we are going to get to this one day. The good thing about the COVID-19, I've found a great guy who's going to come and help me transform all my backyard into gardens, and we're going to grow the things that we can't buy anymore from seed companies because they just don't seem to sell them anymore. But that's a long-term plan. But I will get to these bays. I promised I'd do it at the beginning of the year and it just didn't happen. One day I'll get to it. So let's go and look at the pots now. And typical, just as I start the video, all the noise starts happening. But never mind, let's continue on. This is the waste that I've been storing up over the last 26 days. So this stuff's only, maybe a week and a half old. I can't remember how long this stuff is. I put it outside because I had nowhere to put it. Look at that. Disgusting. Oh, look, it's even got bugs in there already, look. So they're already, even for when I put them in the compost. There's a bit of a one here. I was saving this for some worms I have. It didn't happen. So that's going in the compost. And this is the most horrid one. I can lift it, it's so heavy. This is full of waste. So I've had Airbnbers who do a lot of cooking, and of course all my Airbnbers have gone now, but I haven't had the time to empty the waste. And so I put it in this big container. Let's see if I can get it off. Probably can't get it undone now. What's the trick? Oh, there we go. I love this bucket. I got this from a local pool shop, and that holds chlorine. Oh, look at that. That's pretty bad. That's from the last Airbnbs that left about 2 weeks ago. So that's been sitting there for well over 2 weeks. In fact, 26 days or something like that. But I love this container. So if you can go to a local swimming pool and get one of these from your local swimming pool guy, because they're clean and they've got these fantastic lockable lids that are easy to get, well, relatively easy to get on and off. So anyway, I better cover that up for now because that's really on the nose. And we'll have a look at this first pot. Now I filled these up. Oh, I haven't got my gloves. Got to go get my gloves. Okay, so I have not touched these for 26 days. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a little bug running off there. I wonder what that was. There's a rock in there. Let's get that out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See if I can bring that closer. For the life of me, I can't remember what was in here. I just looked at the video and I know it had stuff in here, but it's pretty much all gone. And I'm expecting most of my pots will be like that after 26 days, but we will soon find out. So see that? There's still some soldier flies in there. And most of it's turned to soil though, so it's still a bit mushy there. No real smell there now. Little tiny teeny smell, but nothing bad. But they're still happily working away. Now, isn't this interesting? Look, an avocado seed. So this has been in here now for 26 days and they are breaking it up. So they will over time. There's one sticking right there. See his tail in the hole there? So it probably will break down over time, but it takes a long time. Look at that inside. Full of them. Anyway, I won't bother emptying that because it's still got some decomposed waste in there. When it looks like that, I don't bother emptying it. I wait till it's fully turned to soil before I empty it. And there's plenty of room to put waste in there. So let's put this waste in. I should have probably put the worst waste in first. I think we can easily fit this in as well. And I'll go and get some water. Just doing a swish out of the bowls there. Give it all a good, pretty clean now to take it inside, back inside the house to wash. And that's ready for, there's a little stick in there. That's ready for another time. We haven't had much rain over the last 2 weeks. Oh. Let's go to the next one. And these ones are all very close together because of the experiments I do on them. They're not so much for nourishing any plants. I just use them to do tests on them. So here we go. This was my broken one. Oh, look at that. It's empty. Everything's dried up, in fact. Bit of bones, a stick. There's a big dried up mango seed. Now, you can take these out at this point. When you go to empty it, like this is the perfect time for me to show you this. You can take these big things out, put them in a bucket of water overnight, and get all that beautiful black leftover soil off them. So you're not wasting anything then. Put it through a strainer the next day, strain those out, throw them in the bin, and then pour the juice back on your garden. See, that's still got a bit of composting to go, but that's a mango seed. They take a long time to break down. So I usually end up tossing them in the bin at some point. But look at the rest of this. And actually this is dried out so bad, and there's been no rain, that the roots have come into the pot a bit. Easy to break up though, they're just little runner roots. And that's from this big Chinese elm. I've said that in so many videos, but all the videos I wanted to edit during this quiet time of the COVID is not going to happen because I'm so busy. So they'll have to wait for another day. See all that? And those eggshells, see, they're all crushed now. Just spread them around the garden. There's a little mass of roots there, see? But you can see how a lot of the soil has just disappeared into the soil. But the ground is now incredibly dry. And when I get to edit the videos from the beginning of the year, when we had the rain, you'll see the difference, how moist these pots were. And in fact, they were so moist, there was water in the bottom of them all the time because the soil was absolutely drenched with water. Now it's completely bone dry again. So it's interesting to see the difference. I really want to get to do those videos now, but I just haven't got time. Now that's pretty much empty, but you can see how the roots, just let me see if I can show you that. It's really hard to see, it's dark. But see how the roots are coming up through the bottom? So all you have to do to stop that, or if you get some coming around the side, is to twist your pot around in the ground. And this one's broken, so you'd think this was actually really hard to do, but it's not. Look, see that? Just twist it around. That breaks all those little roots off. If you get that problem a lot, just twist your pot around in the ground when you fill it up, and you won't get the roots coming into it. And they're usually just those little runner roots. They're not usually big roots. That soil is, look at this poor pot. Still usable though. Don't want to get rid of that. Oh, waste. Let's put some waste in it. Let's go with this stinky one. Disgusting. Probably never be able to use this bowl again now since it had stinky waste in it. I'll get some water. There's not much in there, so I might put some more in from the big bucket. It's so heavy. Oh. This is really putrid. That's disgusting. But, like I say, you can put everything in it. I'm going to touch that, it's really on the nose. Now, if you put that in an above ground composter, your neighbours would be complaining like crazy. Now look how much I've fitted in that pot. This is barely, that's about, below a half empty, just around the quarter mark. But because it's all wet, it all mushes together, it all softens, and you can just squash so much more in there. I think that'll do. I'll save some for another pot. But what I might do is pack that soil around a little bit, because this one over time has lost soil around it, and that's just birds love scratching around it and the soil drops and compacts down. There we go, that'll do for that one. Let's move to the next one. If I recall, I might have, I know why I took the lid off this last week, because I found a little lizard in here. And unless they can get through, unless they've buried a hole through the side and they can get through there and out, I like to give them an escape route. So I remember I left the lid off and I put that there so they could scurry up the side of there and get out. Otherwise they can't get up these slippery sides. So that's another reason why you really want this level with the ground, to keep those little guys out, and then you're not killing all the lizards in your garden, because they love those soldier flies. But look at that waste. So this big bones. Again, I can put all these in a bucket of water. Now that is almost thin now, and on the last video that was fat. And see how it's all dried up. I'll have to show you that next time, whenever I get to edit all the videos. It was fat and still plump, but it's practically dry now. Ready for the bin. Let me just have a whiff of it and see if it smells. Absolutely no smell in it whatsoever. So you could easily toss it straight in the bin, or like I said, put it in a bucket of water, get some more goodness out of it. And look at all these bones. I can either, if you dry these bones out, you can crush them and put them back in the garden if you can really be bothered. And the same with, say, like oyster shells or crab shells, because they won't decompose, but the shells are really good calcium to put back in the garden. And the same with the bones, if you can be bothered. I just don't have the time. But despite all the meat I put in there, that's not what I would call a lot of bones, really. So I think the little ones disappear, it's just the big ones that get left behind. There's another mango seed. Let's see if that's open. Oh, it is open. There we go. Such a shame to waste so many seeds, but you've got to have the room to grow mango trees too. Look at that soil. It's a bit dry. I'm a little upset because I'm just trying to edit the video that I just did and it had cut out. So all that information I was going to give you on that last pot I've lost, and of course being an old woman I forgot what the hell I said. So I'll have to wait till I go out next time and look at the pot and try and remember that information. But in the meantime, stay safe. We're in crazy times and I will get back to doing these videos one day. I just can't say when. So thanks for watching and we'll see you in the future. Bye for now.